Hello YouTube, Scott here, and I'm back with another instant review. And this time it's finally a movie. It's a little after 10 at night, and I'm sitting outside the Capitol Theater in Montpelier, Vermont, having just watched Black Widow. I know, how is it instant if, it's been out for a week? Because it's the first time I've seen it, so bear with me, okay? And, forgive the darkness and all that. So, I'm going to try not to get too spoilery. Hopefully just give you an overview. So here we go. I'm moderately underwhelmed, guys. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's got this great spy thriller vibe, and, there's a super soldier involved and a plot involving mind control. Nothing you probably don't know already because it's been out for a week and people can't help but spoil things, but it's a prequel, okay? It takes place, according to, exposition dropped in the movie, after Civil War. So, like, half the Avengers are jailed in the raft, and Natasha's on the run. But here's the thing. I mean, we all saw Endgame. We know how she dies. So it doesn't matter how many times she's put in near mortal danger in this movie, and there's more than a few of them because she's a spy and it's a dangerous business. You know she's not going to die. And the main plot from the main villain is never referenced in another movie that would come after this. So all the tension and drama kind of gets sucked out of everything. I mean, if you're going to do a prequel movie, it should really have been more like an origin story for her. Granted, there's this reference to a thing that she did that was, supposed to signify her severing all ties with Hydra and finally becoming a full part of S.H.I.E.L.D. And it does come back later, but they really should have gone, further back. I mean, there's all sorts of talk about the Red Room. What about her time there when she's actually being trained to be an assassin? Or, what if this movie, instead of just taking place when it did, which was, I believe, 2016, had actually come out then, and they had, given Black Widow a standalone Marvel movie before her character was killed off. Please excuse my light. Oh, cool, it burned out. I didn't know that was a thing that could happen. As I was saying, despite all that, I did enjoy the performances. I mean, Scarlett Johansson's kind of born to play Black Widow at this point. Florence, I can't remember how to pronounce her name, and I was going to look it up, but I didn't before I did this. Florence Pugh, I guess, who plays her sister, does a really good job. Absolutely love David Harbour. He is so freaking funny in this movie. Surprisingly, saw Rachel Weisz, who's always good, and Ray Winstone, an actor I've seen in other things. Didn't particularly enjoy Beowulf, but in this one, I mean, he's a perfectly convincing Russian, and I know he's not Russian. He did a really good job. And of course, the overarching themes of there's family and revenge, and trying to let go of the past, and a credit scene that directly references Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which I'm not entirely sure how much sense that makes. But overall, I gotta be honest, I kind of feel like this one's going to end up on the lower end of the Marvel movie spectrum. When you're ranking them from best to worst, I kind of think whatever the midpoint is of the MCU, this is going to end up being below it. That being said, I'm still trying to watch my way through the MCU with my oldest, who has become a fan, so obviously they'll be watching this one at some point. I think that's about all I got to say, and it's getting kind of late, so I'll see you guys next time.